Improved on truck drivers testing, reducing the long queue of trucks that had stretched for kilometers on the Kenyan side. However, no testing is happening on the Kenyan side a few weeks after the COVID-19 testing laboratory was launched in Busia. Willie Lusige is there at the Busia border and now joins us live. Good afternoon, Lusige. Great to see you. Why are we not having these tests on the Kenyan side, Lusige?
Many people expected, Grace, that after the official launch of that laboratory, which was specifically to test the COVID-19 status of truck drivers who are passing this entry and exit point at Busia border, so many people expected that process will be more efficient and more effective. But shockingly, things are not going on well, because that laboratory was founded and also put in place by the Busia county government, and we know that such kind of a process is more expensive to run. So now they have run out of what we call the basic ingredients that are supposed to be used in testing for the COVID-19 virus. And what they're now doing, they're referring all these truck drivers who are passing through either to Uganda or from Uganda to Kenya, then to test in Uganda, even though we have seen a reduction on the length of the queues, because a few weeks ago the distance that to which these truck drivers had waited was a little bit longer. It has reduced to roughly 2 kilometers, but shockingly in Kenyan side, there's nothing that is happening in terms of testing the truck drivers. So all of them, they're being referred to Uganda, where the process seems to be more effective and efficient, because even the time that they're taking to test Kenyan drivers leaving Kenya to Uganda and those ones leaving Uganda to Kenya is a little bit faster. That's why we do not have longer queues. But shockingly, there's nothing happening on the Kenyan side. The county government of Busia is now calling on the national government to intervene and provide to them these basic ingredients, because they are testing high number of drivers on daily basis, and they cannot be able to sustain that process because it's more costly, and apart from that also needs a lot of manpower and input from the national government. So the reason why they have suspended that process is because of lack of enough materials, and they're calling on the national government to step in and give them a support so that they can be able to continue with that process. If they will not do that, then definitely will continue depending on Uganda to test all the truck drivers leaving Kenya to Uganda, even though the East African Community rules demand that all these truck drivers be tested from their point of origin. So if they're leaving Kenya, they are supposed to be tested in Kenya, but that is not happening because there's no enough ingredients at the laboratory here in Busia.
Okay, Lusige, stay with me because we need to release our viewers on KTN Home. We say thank you so much for tuning in. Remember to stay safe, wash your hands with running water and soap, sanitize, observe social distancing, don't touch your face, and remember, we shall overcome. Thank you so much for tuning in. But the news continues on KTN News. Okay, so we still have Lusige on the line with us. And Lusige, if you can hear me, let's talk more about the people there, especially, I don't know if you've spoken to a few at the border, because I remember yesterday when Dr. Rashid Aman was announcing the new cases, we had 9 from Kajiado, though, all Kenyan truck drivers. So there seems to be a surge in the number of positive cases among these truck drivers. I don't know if there is any worry, any concern by residents around the border, Lusige.
They are highly concerned because, Grace, we are aware that most of the recent cases that we have seen as a result of the spread of the COVID-19 virus is to link with the truck drivers. As you have already noted, we have seen the numbers rising, especially with those drivers playing Tanzania to Uganda, to Kenyan side. And the same fear is here in Busia, because most of the drivers traveling to Uganda, Rwanda, Burundi, and even DRC Congo use this key entry and exit point. So whenever we have such a case of other drivers being infected with COVID-19 virus, then also the residents of this region are also concerned. But apart from that, they are terrified when they hear that the national government and also the county government cannot be able to continue with the process of testing, because now they are not aware if these people that they are interacting with, because we are aware these drivers sleep here, they eat here, they do their normal day-to-day activities as they wait to exit the border here in Busia. They're interacting on a daily basis, but they cannot be able to be aware aware of their status because they have not been tested, they do not have their results until they cross from Kenya to Uganda. So which means it's definitely a little bit difficult to know the status of these drivers while they're still in Kenya until they go to Uganda, get tested, and then they come back, because after that is when we can know how what is their status in terms of the COVID-19. So the residents are concerned. I spoke with them a few minutes ago, and what they were doing, they were calling on the national government to step in and help Busia County government, which cannot be fully able to manage this expensive process of testing all these drivers and who turn up at Busia border in hundreds on daily basis. So, though the queues have reduced, but there's a big concern that needs the national government to step in quickly if indeed it's really supporting the fight against the COVID-19.
Indeed, Lusige, thank you so much for that. Our reporter Willie Lusige coming to us live from the Busia border on the testing of truck drivers, which is not happening on the Kenyan side. And of course, questions are arising regarding that. Let's move on now and to